Well, thank you so much for the introduction and to all of you for being here. So in my dissertation project, I studied the politics of state building in contexts affected by criminal and political violence. And it seeks to answer two main questions. The first one is what drives incumbents to build state capacity in subnational peripheries? And the second one, what type of state expansion takes place in those areas? So one of the main problems of building state capacity in marginalized and abandoned regions within a country is that oftentimes politicians have very little incentives to increase institutional presence of the state, provide public goods, or even establish the monopoly of violence. But we also know that exogenous shocks that increase the political and economic value of these peripheries do attract the attention of state officials, but they're also likely to attract the attention of violent actors interested in capturing the benefits of the shock. So building on this intuition, my main argument is that relative changes in state capacity mainly depend on the way in which subnational politicians engage the central state and violent actors at the local level. So the presence of threatening groups prompt both local and national politicians to create what I call institutional coalitions, which have a positive impact on state expansion, whereas the presence of non-threatening groups, so private militias and paramilitaries, lead to the creation of criminal coalitions, which are more likely to hinder and block state expansion. I argue that we observe these differences due to the way in which violent actors differentially shape political competition at the local level, incentives for collusion with politicians, and also the dynamics of cooperation between the center and the periphery. To test the empirical implications of the theory and the causal mechanisms, I leverage both quantitative micro-level evidence from Colombia, as well as, and use different empirical strategies, as well as qualitative information gathered from interviews to bureaucrats and politicians in Colombia. Thank you.